What's going on, y'all? NeNe here, and thank you for tuning in to NeNe's house. I'm so excited because we have a special guest. And you know who the she be? We got Monét X.
Yes. Thank you for having me in NeNe's house.
Yes, we're here on the couch.
Yes.
Oh, we chatting it up again.
Yes, again.
Again and again and again. Yo, Monét.
What?
I just want to give you your flowers real quick, honestly.
Me?
Yes.
What kind of flowers are there? Because you have plenty. Well, you have plants. You don't have any flowers, only plants.
No flowers, because we kill flowers. Flowers be dying a little too fast to me. It make me sad. But I have to give you your flowers because you are one of my favorite queens, period. There's a lot of queens out here, but I feel like there's only a few that I really feel like I have a personal connection with. There's only a few queens who I feel like I can see myself, you know what I mean, in. Or like I feel like we're kin. Like I feel like you could be my cousin. I feel like you could be, my sister. Like, you know what I mean? And you are definitely one of those queens for me. I feel like your drag gives me just black excellence.
Thank you.
It gives me cousin from around the way. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think that's our Brooklyn connection. I think we have a Brooklyn connection that only real New Yorkers, or only real Brooklynites can feel that like connective tissue. And I'm even like, I think that's like real talk, like for real.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. And where in Brooklyn did you live?
East Flatbush.
East Flatbush, East New York. It's giving a little 20-minute train ride.
Yeah.
What train you used to take?
The 2.
The 2. I was the 3. So we was on the same line.
Yeah, same line. We read to the core.
What if we were on the same train?
Think about it. No way we weren't.
Think about it. We probably like walked right past each other one day and didn't even know.
There's 100%.
That's cool. You ever think about that? Like, before you meet somebody and you find out that you lived in the same area, like, damn, I'm gonna have. Yo, that reminds me of, there was a picture that went really viral. It was a guy, and it was like a picture of him at Disneyland when he was like maybe 4 or something like that. And then the background of the picture, turns out it was his wife when she was also around 4. In the background of the picture.
No.
Yes, I promise
that's
you.
Let me tell you, with this AI shit these days, I don't know what's real, what's fake. It's really tripping me out. And so, I don't believe that.
It wasn't AI. This is real. This is before the AI shit. This is years ago.
They took that picture to like the little red photo room and put a little bucket with little tweezers to check. I didn't go,
no, it wasn't real,
girl. I don't know.
But no, I really got to give you your flowers. I'm going to go back. I'm a backpedal because also I feel like you're such a positive vibe as well, and you don't get that very often. It's just like genuine positivity, New York, you know what I'm saying?
I feel that.
Talented. I feel that.
Thank you.
I
really do. I try to be as authentic and as genuine as I can because, honestly, especially in today's world with all like, influencing and working on stuff, I feel like in our careers, we meet a lot of fake people, and you meet a lot of people who are only opportunists and just want you only vibe with you so you can do something for them, and that. And I hate that feeling. So I always want to be like as real as possible.
Yeah, it gives that though. It gives that. Do you feel like you've gotten more of that energy being in LA or New York?
Okay, so that's the thing I hear too. People say everyone in LA is fake as fuck. Everyone in LA is superficial. And I think it's because I've always worked in, no shade, superficial industries. Like drag is a superficial art form. Like you really care about what you're presenting to the world, how you look, how people perceive you. And I've been in arts and that my entire life. I went to school for music. I've always been in a field, a career when people's perception of you is sometimes indicative of the job you're gonna get, right? Like if you come to an audition, and sometimes it goes past talent. It's about what energy you're bringing into the room, how you're presenting yourself. Literally, some castings is we just want to know if you look the part.
Yeah,
you could be the greatest thing in the world. You can be the best sight reader, anything else. If you don't look like what we're trying to cast, you're worth nothing.
It's a wrap.
So I've been in that kind of industry since my freshman year of college, so it just is what it is.
That molded you.
Yeah, for sure. So it made me want to not to try to push that as much as possible, so people can see me. Because I think honestly, because I know I'm not the funniest person, I'm not the most talented, I'm not the best singer, I'm not the best dancer. But what I can provide is I am literally the only person in this world that can be Kevin. I'm the only person in this world that can be Monét. So I'm like, I try to let that shine for as much as possible. People are like, you know what? She may not saying every note properly, or she didn't do this the best, but I like her, and I don't know what it is about her. I like her.
Yeah, you're a likable ass bitch.
Thank Thank you.
Congratulations, because
Thank you.
some people just don't have it, and it's unfortunate. Like,
Bob. Did I say that? I'm sorry. Sometimes I just say things. I don't know.
Some people just don't have the likability. No, but y'all are likable as bitch. You know what I'm saying? So congratulations. Work.
Thank you.
Wait, where did your musicality come from? You mentioned
no one in my family. Well, that's not true.
Don't say nobody in your family.
No,
singing.
literally nobody in my family is musical. Nobody in my family sings, does anything in arts, except for my niece. Well, sorry, my cousin, but she's so young. She's like more than 10 years younger than me. So it's that weird age where we're cousins, but it feels more like an uncle.
Yeah, it gets
thing,
uncle.
You know what I mean? So she is a singer, but besides her, literally no one else in the generation of my family is anything musical.
Does anyone dance?
No,
Do
nothing.
they have rhythm?
You know what? My grandmother, when she be cooking, she be holding the tune.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm sure somebody could bust a little wine. Somebody could bust a little dunk.
Oh yeah.
Somebody gotta bust a little one too, because I'm from Saint Lucia, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. When did you discover that you had like musical or like vocal talents?
Okay, so it was in middle school. I went to Marine Park Junior High School.
Okay.
Which is in Marine Park, Brooklyn, and it was the 6th grade, and the teacher, Miss Little, she was looking for people to be in the chorus, and I never entertained. I didn't know I could sing. Like I knew I liked music, but I didn't know like I could sing. And if anyone knows, in middle school chorus, in like middle school, not a lot of boys want to be in the chorus because they think it's gay, whatever it is. So they be desperate. The music teacher, they be desperate for any boys that would do it.
Right.
So, I think she did like in music class, we were doing some type of something, and she was like, "Oh, you can like hold a tune." I was like, "I can." She was like, "Yeah." So she's like, "I want you to be in the chorus." And then, so my middle school teacher, Miss Little, was the one that was like, "You know what? You have this thing, you can do it." Then in 7th grade, she was like, "You know what? I see big things for this year." And by big things, I mean a solo. I was like, a solo.
The Clutching the Pearls.
I was like,
7th grade.
In 7th grade. I was like, a solo. I was like, okay. And then I auditioned for it, which it was like literally me and one other boy. Mm-hmm. So I got it, and it was Ruben Studdard's "Flying Without Wings."
That was my graduation.
Was it really? Now everybody's looking for that something. Come on. I did that song, and then, but let me tell you, the big spring concert happened, and when I tell you, I sang that solo, and I was so nervous, I pissed myself on that stage.
Oh my, what's good? This is like the second story I'm hearing about somebody. It was you, yes, you just told me about how you also pissed yourself on stage.
Well, I mean, I was a bedwetter until I was like 12.
Okay.
No, that's not true. It was like 9 or 10, actually. I had 2 more years.
Until you were 18.
Last night. I was a bedwetter for a long time, but my dad... God bless Caribbean parents. But, he was like, every time I would pee the bed, they'd be like, "What's wrong with you? Why are you lazy?" I'm like, "Bitch, I'm not being lazy."
It's not purposely.
Shocker. I'm not purposely peeing the bed because I don't want to get up.
Imagine,
nah, whatever, fuck it. It was like, no, but whatever it is, shout out to all the bedwetters out there. Y'all are not alone. I used to wet the bed until I was like 9, 10 years old, and they used to like get like egg the out of me. They were like, "Why don't you wake up?" I'm like, "I'm not trying to do it. I'm just not.
I'm not trying to pee on purpose."
It just is what it is.
Do you have the dream that you're like peeing in the toilet?
Yes.
And you're like, that's what happened to me. Before it was just like I would dream that I'm pissing in the toilet. Or like, you ever had a dream that you're like running really slowly?
No.
You've never had that dream?
No.
Oh my God. That's like a prominent dream that I've had where it's like I'm running somewhere and I'm running away from something.
Ooh.
But like no matter how hard I try, I'm running slow as
Okay, well,
like slow-mo.
Let's unpack that, NeNe.
No, I'm scared. I don't want to Google it because you know what it'll say? It's like, "You're gonna die in 2 weeks" or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
On some Final Destination
On some Final Destination shit. So But they say like different dreams mean different things. Like
they say that, but honestly, can I just tell you? I think y'all. I'm sorry. Like I'm not big in astrology. It's literally Mad Libs for everyone. Astrology is bullshit.
Wait, Monét, no!
Oh my God!
Out of my house!
Are you a big astrology person?
Right, I'm not a huge astrology person. I ain't gonna lie.
What you think it has something?
I think it has like. Yeah, I do. I think like little twinkles here and there. Like I agree with, but only because I did the one where don't make that face. You see this It's giving, yeah, all right.
Wait, no, when you meet someone, they were like, I would like, I hate wearing sandals to the beach. What sign are you? I'm a Taurus. Yeah, I'm like, what? I'm like, no, I'm a human being that doesn't like what are you talking about? What sign am I?
Ooh, there was a New York.
What?
What are you talking about? Oh. That was New York as fuck. Oh my gosh, I haven't heard, that was like music to my ears. I haven't heard that in so long being out here in LA. But no, so like I'm a Pisces, and you know they say like Pisces are really like creative, we're dreamers. They say that we're delusional sometimes. They say that
we are.
You know, like, hello, you know this. Come on, you agree.
I know. But I also know Tauruses who are that. I know Cancers who are that.
Yeah,
I know Virgos who are that.
But we're not talking about them. We're Pisces and we're the best sign and we're creative, and that's that. Okay, wait, when did your voice drop?
Ooh, my voice dropped in 7th grade. That's why I got the solo.
Oh, so before the Ruben stuttered solo.
Yeah, it was like the beginning of 7th grade year. And you know when you like, but I don't think I was ever the person I was like, because sometimes in movies and stuff, the voice would be like, they're like, yeah. I never went through that scratchy thing. Like, I literally think one day I woke up and like, before I used to talk like this, and one day I woke up, I was like, hey, how are you doing? Okay. I also started growing like facial hair in like 7th grade too.
Did you really?
Oh, I was a man in 7th grade.
You was one of those?
I was a man.
Oh my God. Listen, I had a friend, well, he wasn't my friend, but like he had a full-blown mustache in like 6th grade.
Damn.
But also he was like a super senior. You know when like,
ooh.
You know the super seniors were like, you were supposed to graduate 2 years ago, but you still here?
I had some super seniors in middle school for sure.
I was scared of him because we was about to fight one day, actually. I ain't gonna lie. We was about to fight, and I was scared as fuck because this motherfucker had mustache. She was brolic as fuck. I was like a little short, round, chubby, like 6th grader.
Wait, did you have a lot of fights in school?
I didn't have a lot of fights. Everyone pretty much liked me. I was cool.
You're a very likable person too.
But, I mean, I did get picked on here and there for like being like more flamboyant. You know, I got the, are you gay? It was that, yo, he gay. Are you gay? You gay? And I would just have to clap back and like shut them down because they wouldn't expect that. You know what I mean? Also, I had one of my best friend who like would like come to my defense like, this bitch was tall.
Word.
She'd be like, what happened?
Yeah.
He's not gay, bitch.
And Amazon.
Amazon, bitch. We love an Amazon.
Oh, we love an Amazon, bitch.
Yeah,
it was my 3 girls. It was Rico, April, and Kamika. They used to have my back in middle school. But like, I used to get in fights. Like, by the time I was graduating 8th grade, I had been jumped like about 4 times.
Really? No.
Yeah. Well, yo, Marine Park was like I don't know what middle school you went to, but Marine Park was serious. Like, it was the police used to have to come and corral us. The school we used to fight on the cheese bus. Like,
oh yeah.
It was Marine. It was not for the faint of heart. It was a time.
I went to a pretty hood school too. I went to my middle school was 292 Margaret Douglas. You know where? Do you remember Maxwell?
The singer?
East New York.
Oh.
No, it's the high school.
Let me teach your pretty wings, pretty wings.
I'm cackling. No, like the school that I went to was in the middle of East New York in the hood.
Okay.
And people was fighting outside every other day. It was to the point where we would kind of like open the door and be like, all right, go to this clan.
I know.
Because I was never a problematic kid because my mom had me and my brother so sheltered.
Yeah.
She was like, bring your ass home.
Yeah.
By this time, sometimes she would even like even though she had to work, she would come drive to pick me up from school.
Wow.
We would go home. She would sleep for like a couple more hours and then get up and go to work. So she really had me and my brother like, y'all not about to be outside.
Yeah.
But I haven't really had any like crazy fights. I had maybe like 3 my entire life.
Yeah.
But like, you look like you could fight though.
I can fight, but I didn't know I could fight until I was jumped. Because the first time I was jumped was in 6th grade.
I was jumped too.
I was jumped in 6th grade, and I
was jumped in 6th grade too.
Oh my God, are we the same person?
We are. Okay, how did you get jumped? What's your jump story?
I was okay. So it was 6th grade. The boys in 8th grade were speculating that my ass was gay, and they were like, there was all these rumors about going about school about how I was gay, blah 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 blah. I was like, whatever, I don't care. I know I am, but I'm not gonna say I'm gay.
Right, like mind your fucking business.
Mind your business, right? And then and then again, I've always been a bigger kid, right? In 6th grade, I was bigger than a lot of the other boys in 6th grade. So I looked like an 8th grader. And then And then we were on the bus. We were on because they used to bring the city buses to our school to take, and they would leave from our school and take the route. Okay. So we got on the B41 bus, and these boys were all there on the bus, and they're at the back. I'm like the middle, and I could just feel. I'm like, okay, this is so weird. something's gonna happen today. Like I knew.
God. Oh, that feeling.
I hate that feeling, right? And then so me and my 3 girls, Reiko, April, and Kamika, we're like, we're gonna get off on the first stop. They get off on the first stop too.
Here we go.
And then I see one of them, I think his name was Chris, take off his bag. And they're like, yo, you gay, you gay, you gay? And I was like, no, I'm not gay, I'm not gay. And then just a swing, and then 4 8th grade boys jumped me. And my friends, the girls, they tried to help, but they were like 4 boys, you know what I mean? And I came home, big ass knot on my head, like I was tore up. But
that's so my jumping story. Wow, it's crazy how we're connecting about this. But I mean, this is real New York City. Growing up in the hood, this is real shit. So with me, I was on my way. This is one of the days that my mom couldn't come pick me up from school. So I'm walking home. I had a great day. As I'm walking home, there's 4 guys in front of me. And I'm like, I have to walk through this group of dudes. Like, ugh.
Yeah.
But one of them was walking towards my direction. Like, he left his friends and passed me by. And as he passed me by, he looks at me like, and shakes his head. I'm like, why he shaking his head like he knows something? Damn. So they start slowing down. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just walk through them real quick. So as I'm walking through, one of them are like, yo, you got change? I'm like, no. Oh, you hear it's like change my pocket. I'm like, not y'all about to try to fight me for some change.
But some change. Now, to be fair, back then, a change could buy you a lot, though. That's a couple bags of chips. That's some sodas.
Chicken wings, French fries,
yeah.
sauce.
So that was a lot.
No shade. But I'm like, not y'all about to jump me for wings. So anyway, I cross the street. They're behind me. They roll up. I'm like, listen, I need this change for the bus. Right? So I try to go the opposite way. All I know is I had a hood on. They pull my hood over my head. Doof, knocked me in the jaw. The craziest thing, and like I could laugh about it now, but I fell into a full-blown split. Full-blown split on the gate. It was like a gate here, I fall, doosh, into a full-blown split. I'm like, thank God I was stretching.
And they stopped, they're like, work. Anyway.
Yeah, for real. But luckily there was like a good Samaritan across the street. Leave that boy alone, leave that boy alone. And I was like, thank you, Lord Jesus. But yeah, that was my jump story. And the funny thing is I got home and my mom just knew something was wrong. And she was like, what's wrong? Ma, I got jumped. She started crying. She said, let's go. You want to go back outside and find him? I'm like, Ma, what you gonna do? What are you gonna do, lady? Like, this can't fight. My mom is not hood. She got a mouth on her, though. Mama Lolo got a mouth on her.
I love
she ain't
that.
no fighter. But anyways.
I love that video of you putting your mom in not in drag, but you did her makeup in that red outfit.
Oh, the Sexy Red and Glorilla.
Yes.
But you bitches want to know about me.
I love that your mom is so down.
She's
so
down.
Sweet.
Thank you, Fred. She's down now. At first, she was like, I don't want to be in no videos. I'm not playing. But like once 2020 came and there was nothing to do and it was COVID and we were all just home.
Yeah.
I was like, Mom, like just get in this video with me. She was like, all right, come on, fuck it, let's go. Did it. And the funny thing is, the videos that I make her do and the videos that we come up with sometimes, she never finds it funny. She's like, you think this is funny? I'm like, Ma, this is hilarious. She's like, all right.
All right, if you think it is.
The original Stink Walk video that we did, she looked at it and was like, this funny to you? I said, girl, come on, where's your comedic bone? But like now that she enjoys making people happy. So she's like, when we doing this next video? What's up? Like, what's up, NeNe? Come on, what's up?
I love that.
But yeah, it's cool. Do you have a crazy fan experience? Like, what's your craziest fan experience, if you remember?
There's so many. So I famously have a horrible memory, but this one is recent, so I can remember. So my friend, me and Patty's my sister, but Patty now doesn't stay. Ty comes with me on the road, but Patty's...
We know Patty.
Yeah,
Patty with the red hair.
With the red hair. Yeah, Patty's go on the road with me. So me and him we used to go on the road all the time. We went to Albany. That's important to the story later. So now fast forward to 3 years later, me and Ty, who's on the road with me now, we go back to Albany. I'm doing a weekend of comedy shows at the Albany Funny Bone. And then we get to the hotel, and on Ty's Grindr pops up this guy's picture. And then in his title, it says, can't wait for Monét and Patty to come tonight. So he sends me a screenshot. I was like, do not engage with this person. Don't message him.
In his Grindr profile.
Yeah. He said, Monét and Patty are coming to Albany tonight. I can't wait to see them again.
Like a Facebook update.
Right.
Like, what the fuck?
Right.
Okay.
So I was like, do not engage with the person. Do not message him. Just do not. Whatever, right? And then so the whole day passes. Night comes. Do the show. And then we're in the dressing room, and in like 50 feet away is this person. Is the profile is now.
You recognize him?
No. The person's profile.
Oh, the profile said it was close.
Yeah, they were close. So I was like, fuck, this dude's at the show. I was like, okay, whatever. So as soon as the show is done, we like the fucking black car meets us at the thing. We literally run from the door of the thing into the Uber, get to the hotel. When we get to the hotel, who is waiting at the front door of the hotel but this dude and another dude next to him? And so we're in the car pulls up to the front. I was like, oh my God. I was like, Ty, that's them, isn't it? He's like, yes, because he has some bushy ass eyebrows.
Okay.
I was like, okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get out the car and run immediately to the hotel, get to the elevator, go upstairs. So we get out the Uber, we run through the front door of the hotel, get to the elevator, and like it's like a scary movie. We're at the hotel. I'm like, we're pressing the button. I'm like, come on, button, come on, elevator, come on. And then around the corner, okay, hey Monét, how are you guys? And I was like, hey.
Oh
I was like, we're okay.
God.
And then, he's like, he pulls a little bag. He was like, I got this for you. And I was like, okay, thank you so much. And then we get the car, the bag, and then we get in the elevator. Me and Ty go upstairs. We open the bag, we get to the elevator, and in it are these like Walmart magnetic picture things of pictures of me in different places, like someone like took.
Wait, like pictures that he took?
Yes, from different places, and then a screenshot of a conversation he had DM Patty on like Grindr like 3 years ago.
Stalker. It's given like, you know the series like You. It's given like.
Oh my God! Did you watch that? The series
newest
finale.
one?
Yeah, it just happened.
I've only watched like one episode of the newest season. It was good. All right, I'm gonna tune in.
It's good.
Oh my God, but that's crazy.
I
That's
know.
scary.
And there's a guy who messages me all the time he DMs me. I block his account and he just makes a new one. Which they do a thing now where even if you make a new one, I don't know how he's doing it, but he makes a new one. He's like, hey, you blocked my old account. I don't know what's that about. I really want to meet you. This has been going on for like 4 years now. Like literally for 4 years, it's over. Hey, we're gonna meet up. Blah, 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 blah.
Leave Monét alone.
You know,
please. Remember, leave Britney alone.
Yeah.
Yo, that's crazy.
He's crazy now, by the way. Well, she transitioned.
Leave
Britney alone. Chris.
Crocker. That's name, right?
Cole
I think
Crocker.
so.
I think.
Chris something.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, let me check that out.
She's like a chunky girl now.
Speaking of like shows, because you said you watch You, is there anything else that you're watching? Like, do you have a guilty pleasure show? Because I damn sure do.
I watch The View every day.
Okay.
Because I'm obsessed.
The View.
I'm obsessed with Joy Behar. She's just mad about everything. I love Joy Behar. And Whoopi, because she's on there. She's like, because here at The View, I'm obsessed with Whoopi.
I just saw a video. It was so funny. It was a throwback of Whoopi talking to Beyonce. And she started out saying, so, you're Beyonce. And Beyonce said, thank you. I'm like, that moment when your name is a compliment, like your Monét exchange. Thank you. I was like, cunt.
I love that.
Cunt.
I love The View. Guilty pleasure. A guilty pleasure. I don't know what. I mean, it's not. I don't know if it's guilty, but I've really become like a gym girly the past 2 years. Like I'm always up in the gym.
Okay.
I love starting my day at the gym, and it really like so that's not a really guilty pleasure. And a guilty pleasure in LA you need to get into is sidecar donuts. Have you ever had sidecar donuts?
Wait, Carrie mentioned this to me on her episode.
Let me tell you right now, if you do yourself a favor and go to Sidecar Donuts, and you're going to live your best. They're the best donuts in the world.
I'm excited.
And as a girl who I've had donuts in every country I've gone to.
Damn.
Sidecar is the best donuts I've ever had in my life.
Okay. What's your favorite flavor that they have?
So they do seasonal flavors.
Okay.
It changes every season. Like 4 or 5 of them change every season.
Okay.
But the staples they have, I love the huckleberry.
The fuck is a huckleberry?
Huckleberry. Okay, do you like a cake donut or a yeast donut?
The fuck is the difference?
The cake is like the thicker one. The yeast is like the fluffier donut.
I'm
like
not a picky bitch. I like food.
Okay, like you think.
I like a good calorie.
You think the Krispy Kreme glaze, that's a yeast. That's a yeast. Like it's like soft.
Okay.
The cake ones are like a thicker, like a denser donut.
I think I like a cake. I like a thick.
Yeah. Thick.
Thick.
I love a thick
I like
donut.
a thick donut.
I like that Dunkin' Donuts blueberry cake donut.
Yes,
The good
yes,
one.
yes, yes. I like
That's a
that
good
one.
one. That's a good
Okay.
one.
Sorry, I'm gonna try them out.
You have to.
Do you watch Baddies at all?
I don't.
Okay, that's fine.
I don't.
Don't do it. It's fucking trash. But I
don't.
love it. No, honestly, no shade. That I feel like that would be like my, like TV wise, that would be my guilty pleasure. Like TV wise.
Okay.
I don't know. I used to watch fight videos growing up, y'all. I did.
Same.
Do you remember the Ghetto Brawl DVDs
Yes.
that they used to have on Fulton?
Yes. They used to sell them in my barbershop when I had hair.
What was it? Queen of the Hood.
Yes.
Literally,
oh my God,
just
all of those.
these DVDs of like these fight videos edited together.
Yeah, it was crazy.
The crazy thing is, me and my family would watch it together. It'll be me, my cousins, my brother, my aunts.
dead.
We just sitting here like a family. We should be watching Family Feud or some shit, and we watching bitches from the hood.
Oh, it's so good.
Throw it
Also,
down.
like, I don't know what I did to my Twitter algorithm, but every video is just about fights. Is about people like, and like the crazy, because Twitter, they don't have no censor shit. Fights that end up in being shot and
Oh
like
my
it'd be
God.
like people getting stabbed. I'm like, what is?
You may have followed a page, because one time I followed a page by accident, because it was one video that I was like, oh cool, let me follow this. And it was like, it was called something like disasters, like almost, I forget what, but bitch, it was given the same
Oh, it's
energy.
toxic. I don't like. I need to figure out how that got into my shit.
I don't like people dying and shit.
I know I
That
can't
scared
see
me.
that. It's too much.
I have to like sage after that shit. I ain't gonna
I think I need to stage my house actually.
sage it.
So I have an automatic gate, and yesterday it just opened by itself for the first time ever. Number two, me and my boyfriend were in bed, and then the lights in the room just started dimming and going back up, dimming and going back up over and over again. It was very strange, and I don't believe. I don't really believe in ghosts, but we were both like, and he was like, babe, stop playing. I was like, I'm not doing that with the lights. He was like, come on. So I was like, I promise. I'm like, I'm not doing it with the lights, and they were just going dimming
No.
and going up and down. Isn't that
That
wild?
would throw me the fuck off.
Did you
I ain't
believe in
gonna
ghosts?
lie. Do I believe in? I believe in something. I don't know what. I believe in something though, because there's been times where, like, for instance, this is not like a ghost story or anything, but I was talking about one of my deceased like family members, and we were just like, yeah, it'd be cool if like we had a sign or something like that. And then at this is the time during this is when we had house phones. You know, people don't really have house phones anymore. But like the house phone just like said it turned on, and it was like just the dial tone on speakerphone, out of nowhere, and we all just stopped and was like, because it never did that ever.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's not really ghost-like, but I was like, are we getting a message? Because it's never done that.
Yeah.
But do I believe in ghosts? Yeah, I do kind of believe in ghosts. I ain't gonna lie.
I believe in energy.
Yeah.
Because I think that is the only fact. Because literally we are all made of energy, right? We're made out of atoms, and those at the core, they're electrons, the protons. Those are inside of us. And you have been in a room with a bitch that comes in and changes the energy in the whole room. Like, that's the real thing. So I believe in energy, and when you die, your energy has to go somewhere. So that I believe. But as in like some motherfucker walking around, I don't believe that. That I don't think is a thing. No way.
Imagine like a ghost in drag, and like instead of like woo, you just hear like heels click clacking and shit. That'd be kind of cunt. No shade. Somebody need to do that. Do like a little a drag ghost like moment. Speaking of, I want to know, what is your biggest pet peeve in and out of drag?
Ooh, biggest pet peeve.
As Monét Exchange, and then your biggest pet peeve as Kevin.
My biggest pet peeve as Monét is who do. Okay, this is gonna sound cunty. Okay, people who do bearded drag to be lazy. Like, if you're bearded drag, there's a point of view as to why it didn't make sense. Like, I get it, but if you want to do bearded drag just because you look cute as a boy with facial hair, fuck that.
No shade.
I
Okay,
knock
get
that
you.
off. I hate that shit. Pisses me off. I'm like, bitch, yeah, we all want to have facial hair. I wish I had facial hair. I do look cute with facial hair, but I'm not gonna be a bearded queen because just for that reason. Like, there was a queen in New York. Her name was Azrea. I don't know if she still does drag anymore, but Azrea is a really popular queen back in the day, and she was dope. And she did bearded drag, but there was a reason, right? Because she had this like real like truly gender fuck kind of drag that was kind of this like nebulous of gender, which was dope. And I met some queens who like, yeah, girl, I got the beard on because like I just look as one. I don't want to shave my face.
I don't feel like you shaving my beard. Like, I get that.
No, I hate that.
I would love to do drag. Like I want to get put in drag so bad, but
you're gonna shave.
So scared to shave my.
When was the last time you didn't have facial hair?
I've never, since I've grown facial hair, I've never cut it because I feel like I would look dusty, crusty, and musty. I would look ugly as fuck. I would look weird. No, it would be good.
If I see you do drag and you have facial hair on, I am going to report your picture. I'm reporting it.
Damn.
Just so you know. I'm reporting.
Crazy.
You know what? Not the picture. I'm reporting your account.
You know what?
The whole account.
Okay, no, it's okay. So when I get put in drag, one day I will most definitely.
You have to
shave my beard.
You'll get the full fantasy. Yeah, you get the full fantasy. Yeah.
I already had the drag titties. I already had the little ones.
You would isolate them titties.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, almost. Oh wait, they are. Yes, come on, isolation. You just get that bad.
And out of drag, my big pet peeve is big dicks. Because big dicks to me are pretty, they're not functional. Like I want to.
Not a size queen.
I want to look at one and I want to behold one, but I didn't. Who wants to have for really? Because everyone say they're 8 inches, they're not. When you say 8 inches, you mean you're 6.5, maybe 7. Like that's what that is.
People don't know measurements.
They don't.
They be lying.
Like y'all, to pull out a ruler and look. 7 inches is a lot of penis.
I agree.
Like that's not small. But everyone's like, yeah, I'm like 9.5. I'm like, yeah, I'm 12 inches. No, you're not. You're fucking not.
You're fucking 5.5 inches, and it's okay.
And it's okay.
And it's okay.
5.5 inches is a great size for a penis.
Listen,
that is great.
I'm not mad at it.
I'm not mad at it.
You know what I mean?
Everybody want to be XXL hung. I'm like, you're not.
What is the smallest you've ever had?
Oh, girl, once I hooked up with this man, he sent me. This was back on Adam for Adam.
Okay.
And this man, he sent me a message on Adam for Adam. And he wanted me to meet me at his job. He worked at a building. He was a security at a building on the east side, on like 70th and like Park, I think. Because I went there after I had my church choir rehearsal.
Okay.
Praise the Lord.
Had a little dick. Had a little Jesus directly.
Like on this thing. And I'm not kidding. This is no exaggeration.
Show me on your finger.
Length and width. Was literally about a pinky.
No. What was his ethnicity? What was
he was a brown person. If I had to guess, it's probably Middle Eastern, some variety.
Okay.
And so he brings it to the back room and he pulls out his pants. And at this point, I'm already on my knees and I was like, I would have felt so bad walking away. No, walking away. So I gave a benevolent blowjob to this man. I was like, let me just suck this man's tiny pinky penis.
Oh, did you like choke and act like you was choking?
I was like, oh my God, it's so big. I'm like, I can't. I'm like, I can't.
Oh my God, my esophagus. Really? Wow, you're hurting me.
And that's the thing. It's also top. This is a PSA to tops too. When bottoms are out here telling you, oh, it's so big, we say that to everyone. You think you're special, bitch? No, I'm gonna make you feel like you're King Kong of this motherfucker. But I said this to everyone. Toss me like, yeah, you have a big. I'm like, okay, I'll let you think that in this moment. But you're probably perfectly average, and that's fine.
Right.
But Toss me like, oh yeah, like everyone tells me I have a big. I'm like, yeah, because they're just gonna say that to you in a moment. What would we say? Your dick is so average. I love this average dick. This small dick is so. No, I'm gonna tell you. It's huge. I'm gonna blow up your head a little bit. So that's the PSA to tops. Your dick is not exceptionally big. It's probably average and fine.
It's average and fine. You guys.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I feel like huge are fun to look at.
Exactly.
They're fun to look at and fun to play with. I mean, to each his own though.
To each his own.
Because some people.
Oh yeah.
Some people like, I need to feel that shit in my chest. And I get it, but I don't need to feel shit in my chest. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if it's there, then like great. But also I'm scared.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But yeah, I've met these bottoms. You know these bottoms who want a dick more than they want the next breath.
Yeah.
They are insatiable. They're like the hungry hippos of their holes.
I just played that at Dave & Buster's.
Did you really?
I did. The jumbo one where you sit on top of it and you do this. Yeah.
They have that?
Exists. You sit on top of it and you just ride it like that. Well, I'm talking about the game. I promise I'm talking about.
I'm like, who's Dave? Give me his number.
I'm talking about. No. Yeah.
Dave and his friend Buster.
Wait, shut up. That's for real. I'm not joking, Monét.
Hungry Hippos at Dave and Buster. That's crazy. How do you do that?
Speaking of hungry hippos,
she's ready.
I cooked for you.
Thank you, girl.
And we about to chow down a little bit. Just give me a second. I know you like Caribbean food.
I do like Caribbean food.
Yeah,
it's been slim pickings here in LA though.
Slim, I cannot listen. Honestly speaking, like finding Caribbean food in Los Angeles has been a struggle for me. It's been a struggle. In New York, it's like you go down the block, especially if you're in like Flatbush or something like that.
Everywhere.
You in Flatbush, you find restaurant after restaurant after. I mean, no shade. They may be all out of their food. When you get there, they ain't gonna have no macaroni pie. They ain't gonna have no oxtail. It depends. Timing. Miss Caribbean Los Angeles.
You know, I won Miss Gay Caribbean.
You did. I remember. And what's the famous line that you said?
It feels so good, just as sweet as St. Lucia. It's so good, just as sweet as St. Lucia.
Sweet as St. Lucia.
Thank you.
And listen, I also bought these because I feel as though in every Caribbean restaurant that I go to,
and I love a cold
they have these. So I was like, let me bust these down.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, Monét is gonna like at least one of these.
Cola champagne got me.
Okay, work. What we have here is some jerk chicken.
Ooh.
And rice and pea.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Wait, hold on. You didn't comment on the food. How was it?
It's good.
Don't lie.
Okay, you know what I have to say? This jerk chicken is a little dry.
A little dry, right? I didn't make this. I just ordered it. Right? What's your favorite food?
Caribbean food. I love oxtail.
And that's what I love.
Oxtail is my favorite.
Okay, for me,
meat.
Shrimp is my #1 favorite food, and then oxtail is right there.
Right there.
But I have not been able to find a good oxtail out here, and it stresses me out.
So my grandmother, who I was telling you about earlier, she would do like every couple of months, she cooks some oxtail for me. She'll send it to me overnight in the mail.
Oh my God! Let me know when she sends some next time. I want to taste the oxtail.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
I like you be like,
I'm greedy. I've been hiding food from my boyfriend.
You do?
Because my boyfriend eats an absurd amount of food.
Okay.
And I'm the type of bitch, when I get food, I plan out my snacks. I plan out my desserts. And if my dessert or my food that I plan out, if I go in the whatever pantry or whatever and it's not there, it pisses me off. So I'll be like, I'll buy, I was like, I bought this for you and this is for me. So now we had to have like a serious conversation about boundaries around food. I was like, we need to set up boundaries around food. I was like, this is important to me. I was like, if you eat this motherfucking food, I'm going to beat your ass, bitch.
No shade. I get that. I feel that. Like,
yes.
That's like, you know what? That's like when you ask somebody if they want something from the store and they say no.
And then I come back with
and then you come back with your shit and they're like, ooh, let me get.
Bitch. That will really make me want to fight people.
Stresses me out. That just stresses me the fuck out.
When I saw social media, I saw all of y'all, you, Simone, Christian, Scott Evans, all of y'all out for Miss Riri, jealous.
Damn, Monét, I'm sorry.
Well, you know what it is? I think that I don't think Rihanna fucks with me because of Bob.
Really?
Because Bob is always doing like impersonations, like, hey, that bad. He's always trying to like do like a Rihanna voice.
It's Bob's fault.
And so I think that her team saw it and they're like, they really. I'm like, no, not they, just him. Oh, the police is here.
We're back in New York.
You gotta say, okay, you can sing too.
No, I can't.
Yes, you
I
can.
can just hold a little one too. No, but go ahead.
So I think Bob has spoiled that for me. I really think so. And I want to say, I know Rihanna loves you. If Rihanna happens to see this video, Rihanna, I worship at the church of you. I love everything you do. So, I have to tell you this. So I went to St. Lucia had their first Pride last year.
Okay.
And there's the ambassador to the Eastern Caribbean. So he oversees Barbados, St. Lucia, a bunch of 8 countries, right? So he came there, and like when he's basically like the president in these countries. So like he has like a motorcade. Blah, blah. I had to have this private dinner with him and everything. His name is Roger Nias.
Okay.
And he lives in Barbados.
Right.
And he was like, he showed me like when Rihanna came to Barbados, she had to meet with him, blah, 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 blah. And he was like, he's like, I'm gonna find some time. I'm gonna get your WhatsApp. I'm gonna arrange next time the Rihanna's come to Barbados. I'll let you know, and I'll arrange a dinner for all of us.
Oh my
to do it.
gosh.
But
oh no,
Donald Trump won the thing, so the whole thing changes over. So he's no longer the ambassador.
No, it's okay. There will be a time. There will be a time. There will be a time. F you, Bob.
Bob, it's Bob's fault that Rihanna f***ed me.
Bob's fault. No, Rihanna's gonna love you. Watch.
I love her so much.
Listen, I'm gonna get her here. She's the reason why I'm doing the podcast.
Really?
Yes, she's like literally the main reason why I'm doing the podcast.
Work.
She just wrote me one day and was like, out of the blue, she was like, you need to stop playing and do a podcast and interview people because sometimes people. What did she say? She was like, nowadays people don't know how to keep and maintain a vibe during the interview. And it could change the trajectory because people are just like boring now. And I was like, my God. I was like, this is a fucking sign. I need to do this shit. But no, that's a Caribbean sister.
I know.
That's a Caribbean sister. You, Bob. How dare you? But the trip was cool though. It was like they basically just had everyone come out. It was like so last minute though. For a second, I didn't know if it was real or not. Because it was like from like, it wasn't from like @fenty.com. You know how you ever get like an email from like a weird place?
Yeah.
So you're like, oh no.
Girl, the amount of Netflix I get talking about, we need to update your payment information. Check the email. It'd be like at blah 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 refrigerator toiletbowl.com. I'm like,
hello. I'm like, y'all not low.
Do you think I'm an idiot?
Y'all not low. Wait, okay. So you mentioned like sometimes with food, you and your boyfriend will have like, this is my food, don't touch it, right? How long have you been in a relationship?
We've been together for going on almost 4 years now.
4 years? That's like a whole high school experience.
Oh my God, dude. Oh my God, great perspective.
That's a long time.
It's a long time.
Oh, how's it been?
It's been going well. You know, we're at the point now where I'm sure we're gonna be ready to move to the next phase, and maybe like he wants to have children. I don't know if I want to have children. I go back and forth.
Which one of you guys are gonna get pregnant?
Him,
probably. Who's giving birth? Ooh.
Him, and through his pee hole. Imagine if men had to give birth through a pee hole.
I saw an AI video
of that.
And when I say I was distraught the whole night after seeing that, because it was realistic. It was realistic.
You know the AI videos that they be on my Explore page sometimes of like the people turn into animals or animals turn into people. It'd be like
those.
A bird.
I hate
like
it.
more like they're so unsettling. It's so scary to look at.
Stressful. Yeah. But so you're in an interracial relationship.
Yes.
Right? So am I. Yeah. And how has that been for you? Because you know how like being black men.
Girl.
You know how, and it's fun, and it's like we're both from the same place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And for me, I never was able to see who I would fall in love with or anything like that. For me, I've never seen a relationship. Yeah. Ever. I was just like, I don't think I'm gonna be in a relationship. Yeah. Because I just, I never saw it for myself, but I just so happen to find love in someone who's not black. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
And you know how people nowadays, they get so mad at that.
They, I think that for people who, when people see a black person not dating another black person, because we don't exist in the vacuum, right? There are a lot of things that go on with geopolitically, socially. There are a lot of constructs around that I can understand the upset in like seeing your fave or someone black not dating a black person. I get that, but I think that what really takes me out is that they attribute all of these things to your personality and your character. They're like, oh, so because you're not dating someone black, you're anti-black and you hate blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, well, if you want to really look at it, let's be for real. Being black does not exempt you from having anti-black behavior, right? Just you calling me black, you have probably done. I have done things that are probably transphobic, that are homophobic, that are anti-black. Because I'm someone existing in this world with human experiences that I've been raised by the TV and the magazines like you too. So dating a person who is not black is not the reason I exhibit those traits. I do those things sometimes accidentally because I'm a human being existing in this world. So I think attributing that to something to a thing that only people who have white partners or partners who aren't black do is crazy. And I think that, you know, being a queer person, growing up in Brooklyn and existing how I existed, to your point, I didn't know if love would ever was going to be for me.
Same.
I didn't know if I would ever find love. I didn't know if I would ever find a partner who would accept me for all the things that I hated about myself, being hyper feminine, being all those things.
Yeah.
So I think when I found love, I wasn't on a mission like, okay, I'm gonna find a white man to love me. I'm gonna find a white person that's gonna validate me. No.
And I think that's what people
think.
Assume.
That's what they think. And you know, no shade. It's probably because there's some self-hatred that is what you are doing for that. But no, I was just in this world. I was on a dating app, and I found someone who I went on a date with, and we found love. And like, I also don't feel the need to like list the 12,000 black nuts I've also sucked out of a dick. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna go down my sexual and dating history to appease you and make you happy. Yeah. I know what I am. Mm-hmm. I know who I've loved. I know who I've dated. I just happen the one that you guys know now and see now is the person that I'm with, who's my long-term partner. But it's crazy. And it's also so sad to see how when people like, they love you, they love, oh, Monét, you're this, NeNe, you're this, I love you so much. When they find out who your partner is, I can't believe and I'm like, so who I love has changed all of that for you. Right. It's erased everything. It's
crazy.
Because you found out who I loved.
That's so crazy to me. Because also, like, why the do you care? Why do you care who someone else is sleeping with? Why do you care who someone else is loving on? Because it's not you. I'm not you. So why do you even care? You know what I mean? But it's so, like, you being on a platform and you having this huge platform, you have run into that.
Yeah, so many times. And it's
stressful.
It's stressful. And I mean, even like into like, I also, because social media is my personal stuff, but it's also, a lot of it is also work. You know what I mean? It's like, it's business. It's how I put on my content, how I promote my shows, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm never going to be the girl who will have a couple's Instagram.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
I'm not interested in that. Mm-hmm. You know, because, you know, God forbid, knock on wood, if it all goes south, I'm not trying to have to purge my entire Instagram because every week I done had a picture of the two of us. Also, everything that we do is not everyone's business.
For everybody.
It's
not for everybody.
And of course, I share things sometimes, you know what I mean? But I'm never going to be the girl to be like, okay, here we are going to the thing. And for people who do, I love that for you, but I don't love it for me.
I get that.
You know?
We're the same, Monét. We're the same person. Oh my God.
I think we are, honestly.
We're the same. We are cousins. I think we cousins, Monét. I'm Jamaican though. That's the only thing. Like, I'm Jamaican.
Well, you know, slavery in the Caribbean was real crazy. Okay, so I'm sure somebody was dropped off on an island that just came. You know what I mean?
That's what happened.
That's what happened.
I want to know: Grammy, Emmy, or having your own Vegas residency.
Ooh,
which one would you pick? Out of that was a good one, right?
That was a really good one.
Thank you.
I think a Grammy, because if you have a Grammy, chances are in some world I can have a Vegas residency down the future. But I think a Grammy would be something really important to me because, you know, music is my first love. I got this stupid tattoo when I was 18. Music equals life.
Aww.
Stupid. I hate it.
That's better than my tattoo that I got when I was 14. But continue. No.
Yeah. Or you got a tattoo at 14? I got a tattoo
in the projects.
When you showed up with it at home, what did your parents say?
So what had happened was, I was like, Ma, can I get a tattoo? She said, if you could pay for it. And I said, okay.
Oh, wow.
Because I was saving my money. Ever since I was little, I would save my money. I said, okay, say less. Went and got that and came back. She couldn't say nothing because she said I could get it.
He said I could get it.
But, yeah. Oh, the guy who did it, he's like dead now. He's like shot, stabbed, all the above. Damn. They wanted him gone. I don't know what happened, but... What up, Tattoo? That was his name. But anyways, continue.
Yeah, I want a Grammy because, you know, music has always been a big part of my life since 6th grade, as I was telling you earlier. So to get acknowledged for that would be really lovely. I don't know if it's going to be something classical, R&B, or honestly, people win Grammys for comedy albums. If I put out a comedy album at some point, I will love that. So a Grammy would mean a whole lot to me.
Everything. You do. I love that. You don't box yourself in. You're like an all-around performer, and I love that. Like you sing, you do the opera thing. You can do like you have like a reggae tone. Like you can do like a reggae kind of vibe. You can do like a pop kind of vibe, and you do the opera shit. I'm like, damn, this is so versatile, and I don't mean in a bad. You probably are though, right?
I am. I'm a true verse. I will say before this relationship, I was pretty much a side. Like
we're the same person.
I identify with side behavior. Like I'm sorry, I just don't like because I'm not the bottom that's going to not eat this all day and make sure like I want to eat when I want to eat. So I found that side activity was great and it was lovely.
When I discovered it, I was like, oh, because I didn't know how to explain it, and I feel like it's like a newer term.
Yeah, for sure.
So when I saw it, I was like, what the is side? And I was like, oh, that's me.
Yeah.
Because I don't need to be penetrated or to penetrate someone to feel.
I 100% agree.
Right. So me and Monét, oh my, were we like separated at birth? That's kind of crazy. No, okay, but no, to go back to the music though, like you do so many different not versions, it's like what would you call it, like styles of music?
Yeah.
What is your favorite style of music? Because you got a song Beyonce.
I'm Beyonce.
I was like, hold the fuck up, Monét, what are you doing to me? Because
Head performance. I want to learn how to. I'm so bad at.
No, you're not. You're literally. It's all about.
Is this one up here? I can't. My hands start to get very.
It's in the. It's all in the wrist. But your song Beyonce. So
Thank
good.
you. I think my favorite to. Okay, I have two answers. My favorite to listen to and like my favorite to like. Of my records I record and listen to is R&B because I feel in like my emo bag. I love the stories and stuff I talk about in that. But my favorite to perform because it's such a gag is opera. When I'm in a beautiful gown and hair, blah 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 blah, looking so femme, and singing a bass song, it's such a sight gag.
I really
love that
is.
of it. So I love performing opera. I love listening to my R&B.
Oh, I love that for you. Mm-hmm. Wait, okay, I have a question. You know, The Fifth Element?
Yes.
You know
the Diva Papa
song?
Laguna.
Oh, that is my shit. Oh, you know all of that part?
I can't do that. That's an R. Girl, that's a soprano, so I can't say that.
You
but
know the real shit.
Yeah.
You know, okay. So
that is the mad scene. That is the Lucia mad scene from the opera Lucia de l'Amore.
Oh, I didn't know all of that.
Yeah, and the opera is crazy. It's Lucia. Okay, here's what's happening in opera, right? Her family trying to marry her to this man, but she ain't like this man. She's in love with somebody else. So then they sent her up to her wedding. After her wedding, they sent up to get changed, and she realized that she comes back down bloody. She has blood all over her face, and she's killed him.
Okay. I thought she got in a fight. Okay, continue.
She kills him. She comes down into the wedding party, and everyone's like, "What?" Like she literally comes down a flight of stairs. I'm like, "What the is wrong with her?" And she's singing this mad scene about her killing her love. It's a
that's
very
crazy.
Scene. It's beautiful.
I love that. No, but my favorite part of you said The Fifth Element is inspired by that?
That aria is from that. They took that from an opera.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit. There would be times where I would sing that one part, but not all of that shit. Just the ooh, that part. Have you ever done that? You should do that. Oh my gosh, you should do that.
That's a high for me.
Yeah, because you go.
Yeah, I'm a bass. But Saphira could probably sing that. That's in her range.
Oh my gosh, y'all should have like that wouldn't be a lip sync battle. That would just be like
a real sing battle.
Ooh, that would be kind of fire though. Or y'all should like do something together. That would be so kind. Wow, how does it feel being the first queen to do opera?
Yes,
we love you, Saphira.
The first Saphira. Know that. Black like that.
Yo, you're an asshole. Speaking of lip syncs though.
Oh God.
Girl.
Lord, what?
You know you will lip sync assassin.
You know.
She be. Lip sync assassin. How did you when you first started drag? Did you know that you were good at lip syncing, or did it come about later on?
You know, I think just like everything in drag, I think drag is one of the few art forms that you really only learn to be good at it on the job. I feel like like, because you know we all know these like TikTok queens and queens who start doing drag on social media, and they've never performed in a thing, and then they go out, and so they sometimes like, I'm sorry, no shade to them, this is gonna sound so shady, but Sugar and Spice, the two queens who they started doing drag on TikTok, and they got really good at doing their makeup and hair, and it's stunning. When we saw them on the show performing for the real, for like doing, they weren't great performers because they never stretched that muscle, you know, that drag muscle. So I think, you know, doing drag and lip syncing over time, I was not good at it at first, but over time I got good at it, you know. But I think I got good at it fast because I was a little who I was always.
It was already
like,
in you.
I was already, and when I would listen to like Brandy, Have You Ever Loved? I was lip syncing, but I was singing that song. With my little Walkman on. Have you ever loved somebody? Like I was going. I
love the jaw, like that you do.
Cry. You know what I mean? Like,
I love it.
So I've always been lip syncing, but I had to perfect it when I started doing drag because it's such a big part of art form of drag.
Who do you think you can go against that would be like an epic battle? Like, I mean, just like, boof, like an explosion, like Monét Exchange versus Blank.
I think Detox. I think Detox is a really fierce lip syncer.
Battle of the...
Yeah. So I think listening against Detox would be really fun. She's such a great performer. It'll be fun to lip sync with her.
Who do you think will win in a lip sync between you and Bob?
I mean, you don't know the answer to this question.
I'm just curious. I mean, I would really just want to know.
You're going to make me embarrass this man here on your show, and it would be me, for sure. I beat him several times in lip syncs in bars in New York City.
Ooh!
Clock that.
Hold up.
Clock that.
True? Clock that, team.
Clock that.
Who do you think will win in the fist fight between you and Bob?
Now, girl. First of all, Bob has never been in a fight. He's been in like one fight in his life.
Oh, Bob's never had a fight?
Girl, one fight. And then he swears to be in a fight. I'm like, girl, first of all, his knees alone. His knees are made of paper mache.
Wait, because my left knee, child, the way this is set up with the dipping.
I know. Can I just tell you, dipping, I don't know how y'all be out here doing that.
So I haven't dipped in a whole year. Like, I think my dipping days are over.
You think?
And for those of you who are like, you know, it's called a dip. It's not a death drop.
It's not a death drop.
It's a dip.
I had Deshaun West on the show. We're talking about that, and he's like, the amount of people out here that are just renaming things that we have set for years.
Yeah. Would you ever go back for an all-winners season?
No.
She said, I done did what I needed to do.
I've had so many experiences in Drag Race. Like, y'all, I've really done everything. I was on a regular season. I was eliminated. I won Miss Congeniality. Went back for I did an all-star season. I made it to the end. I won that one. I judged Canada's Drag Race. I was a mentor in Secret Celebrity Drag Race. I have done I've done all the things. I've been a lip sync assassin. I've done all these things of Drag Race. So I don't feel like I don't need to go back for all winners. I would. There's no way I'll go back. I would go back if they had me back, do like a walkthrough with the girls, something like that. But to compete on Drag Race again, I'm not interested.
Nah, that makes sense. You really have you've ticked off a lot of boxes.
It's a lot of Drag Race
you
stuff.
ticked off a lot of boxes. How did you feel the moment when it was like a double win? Because I know y'all both were just like, what? It gave like y'all were confused as
Well, you know, I think that at first the confusion came from, okay, we won, but that means we got to split everything. That means I'm only getting 50K and not 100K. That means, like, what does that really mean? And then after the cameras cut off and they explained it to us, I'm like, nope, you get your own this, your own that. It's all yours. We just have 2 of it. And I was like, word.
That's fine.
I was like, make it 3.
It's giving like, make it 3.
Make it 4. I don't care. If we all got our own thing, who the f cares?
That's another tick that you can tick off that no one else can tick off.
Exactly.
I was the first. Like, that's
win.
crazy.
And you know, and honestly, it's fiercer because that's probably going to be the only double win in Drag Race history ever. That'll probably never happen ever again. So I'm cool with it.
I don't think they're gonna do another one. When you originally started doing drag, your family didn't know about you doing drag, right?
Yeah, they did not know because I was, you know, Caribbean family. I was like, this is gonna be a tricky thing. Although I never had anything in my life that I thought my family would be weird about. But you know, drag is just such a big statement to tell your family like, oh, I do this thing. I got really like scared of it, and then I did the Miss Gay Caribbean pageant in Brooklyn, and I had won. And then when I won,
And she won.
I took all these pictures with all these like news outlets, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next day I woke up and I had like all these missed calls from my mom. I was like, why is she calling me so much? Like, what the
Oh, shit. But did you not know that like it was going to be like in the news and stuff?
Because my mom was in St. Lucia. And then so she called me and she was like, Kevin, what's going on? I was like, what? She was like, so you're trans? And I was like, what are you talking about?
Oh, she didn't know. Like, she didn't know.
Nothing. And then the article that the went on the thing on the front page of the St. Lucia like major newspaper in St. Lucia was trans woman Monét exchange wins pageant, Miss Gay Career pageant. So this picture is going on around the entire island of me. And then so, and again, I think this was like what 10, 11 years ago. It's not language that that especially back there anyone was using. Not down there, I mean. Mm-hmm. And then so they were just confused. So I lied about it. I was like, no, it's just that I was filming a movie and I was playing a role in this movie and they dressed me up in drag, but it's definitely not trans. And then she's like, okay, even though I don't think she bought it. And then years later, I did, when I finally got on Drag Race, that's when I told them, like, this is what the tea is. And then they were like, oh. They're like, great. Now they have like group chats about it. They love
I'm about to say, now how do they feel? I mean, bitch, you're like one of the most successful queens from the franchise.
Especially when I fly them out here to LA, everybody flying and coming and hanging
now
out
they understand it. They know it. They feel it. Hold on, I gotta wipe my hands off. I just fucking sponges because we gotta make sure we get it all.
For a second, I was like, oh y'all got. I was like, y'all rich in here. You're like, oh, we don't use paper towels, baby. We use brand new sponges.
No, I had to like show my support. But I don't care what nobody say. I cannot look at a sponge
and not think of you.
And not think of you. This orange.
I mean,
this yellow and green. I cannot look at it and not think of you.
Well, did you realize the sponges are wet when you first get them? Did you know this?
You didn't wet this?
No, sponges are wet.
I thought you moistened it. Why are they wet? What is this?
Sponges are wet on the back.
That's gross.
No,
I'm mad,
I think
what is that? I thought you wet it.
It's whatever material they have in there they use to wet it before they. I don't know why.
No, Monet, I don't like that.
Sponges are wet before they give it to you.
Okay, well, anyways, the most recent time that I saw you, I know we're gonna wrap it up real soon, but I know the most recent time that I saw you, aside from doing your podcast, was at the Love Ball.
Oh my God, yeah. When we did Shake at Drag, oh my God, that was like last.
That was last year.
Yeah, last year. Oh yeah.
That was last year. It was so good. Like you guys, there was so many of my faves in one spot. I was just so gagged. Honestly, I'm just like, oh my God. And I just have to let you know, like you did such an amazing job.
Thank you for saying that. You know, it's such doing R&B is so different from doing opera, and it's just such a different, like, it just requires so much of me differently as an artist, and I always, like, first of all, I'm super critical of all the stuff that I do. I hate watching, like, the interviews I've done. I hate listening to recordings of myself. Okay. I hate. So with R&B stuff, I get so critical of it. So I can even watch it. Patty normally do it, and he'll watch it. He'll like, because Patty is somebody like, we've been working together since I've been out there, and I can always count on him to be like, give me like the real rip, and not be like, yeah, that was good. He'll be like, ooh, that was fine. Ooh, that wasn't good. Ooh, so he'll like, if he tells me that it was good, I'm like, okay, I think it was like some good stuff. But
no, it was really good, and that was the only time I've been able to see you live, but I was like, fuck. So I had to just give you your flowers there too because she ate. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, it seems as though that we're running out of time, you guys. Though there's so much more that I would love to chat about and get into, I'm gonna wrap it up. But before we wrap it up, I need you to do me a favor.
We don't wrap it up. We use prep.
Talk about it. We don't wrap it up with you. Stupid. I'm about to be on my RuPaul shit, right?
Ooh.
I want you to look into this camera.
This one, okay.
And give young Kevin a message. You being Monét Exchange, the superstar that you are now, and like the icon, like a message to your younger self.
Hey, Kevin, I want to tell you this. You are going to grow up to be a fucking sickening person, okay? Not just an entertainer or a singer, but a person, okay? Like, you're gonna be that bitch one of these days, and don't mind what, one day this tall, lanky, bald-headed bitch is gonna come into your life and try to take your shine, but ignore her, okay? Ignore her. Don't listen to what she has to say, because you are that girl. All those big you're gonna encounter, they're not big. They're average, and you can let them know that. No need to lie. No need to make them feel good. Be real, okay? And if you do those two things, you're gonna have a great life. Work.
Thank you, Monét, for coming on.
Thank you for having me, babe.
I appreciate you. You smell good as f.
Thank you. Thank you. This is so fun. This is so cute.
Yay. Thank you, boo. I appreciate you for coming on. Thank y'all for watching. You know what I'm saying? We out. Period. Peace.